In today's video, we're going to have a look at how you can move your current Home Assistant running on an SD card over to a new instance on an SSD. Check it out. What's going on, guys? I hope you're all doing well and have been enjoying your week so far. So I recently put out a few videos where I showed you how to install Home Assistant on an SD card and also on an SSD using a Raspberry Pi 4, and since then I've had a lot of requests asking me how you can move your active Home Assistant installation over to the SSD and keep all of your settings and features. So if you're one of those guys that asked, this video is for you. So for this video we're moving from a Pi 4 4GB model running a 32-bit image of Home Assistant on an SD card over to a Pi 4 8GB version running a 64-bit version of Home Assistant on an SSD. That was a bit of a mouthful. Enjoy the video. So let's get started with it. So to start with, we're going to need to be inside of our current running Home Assistant. This is going to be the one that's on the SD card and the one that we're going to move over to the SSD. And the first thing we're going to need to do is make a backup of it. So we're going to come down here to Supervisor, and then up at the top menu here there's an option for snapshots. And what we're going to need to do now is create a full snapshot, which is basically a copy of all of your settings, scripts, automations, everything in your Home Assistant, and we need to make a copy of that so that we can restore from that copy. So to do this, we're going to need to give the full snapshot a name. So let's just call it full snapshot. And once we've named that, we're going to just press create. This may just take a couple of minutes to create, especially if you've got like quite a big Home Assistant, you've got lots of automations, lots of things going on. So just wait for that little blue wheel to stop spinning on create. In an upcoming video, I will be going into snapshots in a lot more detail. I'll also be showing you how to automate this process so that the snapshots, how these snapshots work and how you can automate the backup of them. So you can see there that just finished and it's added another snapshot to my available snapshots. But anyway, that's for another video. So we've got our full snapshot here, and what we're going to do is just click on it and it's going to present us with a bunch of options. Now all these things that are tickable are things that you can include in the snapshot to download or things that you want to restore. So there's a few options here. You can either restore everything, restore only the things that are ticked, download the snapshot, or delete the snapshot. So while you're running Home Assistant, you could mess something up. You could break an automation or accidentally delete an integration that took you a long time to install. And rather than have to do it all again, you could just revert to a previous backup you had. So in this instance, as I've got a couple here, say I just did that now, where I just broke an integration or deleted an automation or something along those lines, I could go to my snapshot that I've got from 7 hours ago here, and I could go restore everything, or I could restore the individual thing that I deleted. Home Assistant would then revert back to that point and I'd be good to go. So it's important to have snapshots because they're there as like a safety net in case you accidentally break something or something stops working. You could download a new version of Home Assistant and it doesn't work quite as expected and it breaks your actual setup, so it's handy to be able to go back. There's a whole bunch of reasons, but it's good to have them, and in that video where I show you how to automate it, you'll be able to set that up and you won't have to worry about having the backups. Okay, and back to what we were doing. So in our full snapshot, what we're going to want to do is, because we're not restoring anything or going back to a previous point, we just want to download the snapshot. And what we're going to do is just download it and put it on our desktop, and then when we start the new instance on the SSD, we can just choose this backup and simply restore from that point. Now if you are following along and you're not subscribed, please subscribe below. So download snapshot, we're just going to choose our desktop here, full snapshot, and just save. Okay, so we've got our snapshot downloaded on our desktop, and now there's two ways that we can go about restoring Home Assistant. So first off is we could flash a new image to the SSD, and when it starts up there's a little option on the bottom which allows you to restore from a previous snapshot. So that's one way. The other way is you could just boot up a brand new instance of Home Assistant, create the account and everything, and then when you go back into that snapshots menu where you create the snapshot, there's an option to also restore from a snapshot, and you can just choose that file on your desktop and also restore like that. For this video, we're going to be using a fresh install, and we're going to be clicking the option on the bottom to install from a snapshot. So this is what it will look like when you've installed a fresh version of Home Assistant. So here we're at the point now where it's asking us to create the user account, and at the bottom here you can see this option, restore from a previous snapshot. So we're going to go ahead and just click that, and it's going to ask us to upload a snapshot, and we're just going to go to the desktop and we're going to click full snapshot, which is the snapshot we just created, and open. That will then start loading, and it's going to pop up that screen that we previously looked at, and it's going to ask us to sort of tick what we want to restore. Because we want everything, we're just going to hit restore everything, and it's going to ask us if we're sure we want to do this, and we're just going to say restore. You might notice that your screen will just dim, or the page will display like this saying it can't be reached, and what's happened is Home Assistant's grabbed that image you just uploaded and it's going to start restoring everything. Again, if you had quite a big Home Assistant before, this might take a few minutes for it to set up and reconfigure everything. While you're waiting for that to come back to life, if you're not following me on any of the social medias, check out my description and follow me on those. I'll be posting about upcoming videos and asking you guys questions about things you want to see. Check those out, and let's wait for this to do its thing. Now this process can take quite a bit of time. I use the timestamps from my recordings to calculate how long mine was, and I'd say I've got probably a medium-ish sized Home Assistant, and mine took about 15 minutes to do. So before you go pulling the plug out or saying, it's not working, maybe just give it a couple more minutes. Your browser should just keep refreshing in the background, and hopefully you will get to this page. So once we get to this page, it's going to be the username and password that we previously used on our original Home Assistant, and we're just going to log in. And like a good boy, I have two-factor authentication turned on my account. If you don't know what two-factor authentication is, or you haven't got it turned on, then don't worry. I will be delving into it in a future video, so I've got you covered. So once you log in then, your Home Assistant should just open up and you should be able to see pretty much everything you had before. I say pretty much, you will be able to see everything you had before. So if you've been following along so far, you should have made it to this point now where your Home Assistant has restored, and you should be able to see everything that you previously had, so all of your views, all of your add-ons and all of your integrations. Literally everything. It should just be a direct copy of what you previously had. If you've made it this far and you're currently stuck, or you've run into any issues or any errors, then head over to my Facebook page and make a post. Myself and other members of the page can then try and help you out, and hopefully we can get the issue sorted for you. Alternatively, if you know a better way of doing this, or you've got the answers to some of the issues I've had, leave a post. It will help me out, and it will also help anyone else that watches this. So following this restore, there's a couple of issues that I've noticed myself, and I'll quickly show you what they were and what I've done to resolve them. So first up is device history. So on any of my devices, the history just doesn't work. If you click onto the history of, say, this light bulb here, you'll notice that the history just infinitely loads. Let me know in the comments if your history worked or if you have the same issue. So I'm going to show you now one quick way to fix the history issue, and I don't know if this is the cleanest or most efficient way of doing it, but it works. If you do know a better, more efficient way, then just let me know in the comments. So what we're going to do is go to the file editor in the side menu here. We're going to click the little folder in the top left. If you then scroll down, you should see two files. And these files will be HomeAssistant.v2.db and HomeAssistant.v2.db corrupt. Just a word of warning, if you do delete these files, you will lose any history from your Home Assistant. But I wouldn't worry too much, because you do have a snapshot of it on your desktop, which could also be restored, and the history is not currently working anyway, so... Okay, so we're going to click the three dots and just hit delete. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. And the same with the corrupt one. Delete. And then yes. Okay, we're then just going to click configuration, server controls, and then restart, and okay to restart, and then just give that a minute again to do its thing. Okay, once that comes back to life, then we're just going to click on logs at the top here, and hopefully the log file should be empty. If you happen to check your log files before, you may have seen something like the above, just giving you a whole bunch of SQLite errors. but deleting those databases should have cleared that, and when Home Assistant restarted, it should have created a brand new database file. So we're going to just hit refresh here and see if there's any new error messages. In my one, I don't have any other errors. I've just got this one warning message here, but that's to do with something entirely different. So if we hop back then to our lights and just have a look at the history, you should then notice that there's now a history. The same as if you open the history tab or the logbook here, you should start seeing that populate with history after Home Assistant just restarted. The second issue that I had with this restore was that my Conbee II wasn't working the first time round. To fix this, it was just a case of restarting Home Assistant, and after it restarted then the Conbee II picked up and I could start controlling the lights and stuff again. So deCONZ and the Conbee II are working following this restore method. The other issue I had was that after the first boot it did feel a little bit sluggish, but after the first reboot, after deleting the corrupt database files there, it just runs way smoother and it's noticeably faster compared to the SD card. But what do you guys think? What issues have you had, if any? Can you notice any difference in speed? So at the beginning of the video, I mentioned there was two ways to restore snapshots. The first way was the way that we've just done now, where we've restored on a brand new image of Home Assistant. The second way then is to go into a running Home Assistant. So you could have set up a brand new Home Assistant, gone all the way through the setup, or you want to just overwrite an existing Home Assistant. And to do a restore with this second method, what you'd want to do is navigate to Supervisor in the sidebar, select Snapshots, then on the top here, click the three buttons. You'll then want to go to Upload Snapshot. Here it'll ask you what you want to upload, and if you just choose that full snapshot that we created right at the beginning. Once that's uploaded, it would appear in this list. You can then select it, and you can choose the parts you want to restore and go Restore Selected, or you can just do Restore Everything, and it will do the exact thing that we've just done through this video and restore your whole Home Assistant. So there we go guys, two ways of restoring your Home Assistant using snapshots. So if we just recap over the steps we've gone through in this video, first of all we created a full snapshot of our Home Assistant running on our SD card. We then saved this snapshot to our desktop and booted up our freshly imaged SSD. During the initial Home Assistant setup, there's a part where it asks you to create an account, and there's an option then to restore from a snapshot. We click that. We then chose our snapshot from the desktop and just let it reboot. After Home Assistant had booted, we were able to log in and view and access all of our stuff. I then had an issue that I had to physically do something about, and I had another two issues, the sluggishness and the Conbee, where a reboot just fixed those. And after that, Home Assistant was up and ready to go. Thank you for watching guys. If you have enjoyed the video or you found it helpful, please leave a like rating. If you're new here, my name is Mark and I create Home Assistant and smart home videos. If you want to see more of them, hit that subscribe button below. Again, if you've ran into any issues following this video, hit me up on the social media and hopefully as a collective we can work together and try and fix the problem. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!